Brian Richter stood knee-deep in the Musconetcong River, casting his line. Mid-cast, he stopped. Something was off. The forest had gone silent. No birds, no insects, not even the whisper of the wind. Then, a feeling. Eyes on his back. Slowly he turned. At first, nothing. But then, movement. Between the trees stood something impossible. 7 feet tall at least. Long, thin limbs, a triangular head, two massive black eyes. It looked like an insect, but far too large. And it was watching him. Brian froze, then something even stranger happened. He felt it inside his mind. Thoughts no longer private. Somehow, he knew this being was intelligent. And then, it vanished. No movement, no sound. It simply faded away. The forest remained still. Brian hurried to pack his gear. He had to leave. He knew he couldn't see it, but it was still there. And there were more. Many more. The Musconetcong River begins at Lake Hopatcong in northern New Jersey, flowing 45 miles through the Appalachian Mountains before emptying into the Delaware. For years, strange encounters have been reported. Mothmen, Sasquatch, UFOs, ghost lights. And then there's the Mantis Man. The first documented sighting was in 2006. Paul Jacks, fly fishing in the river, felt a strange vibration in his right ear. Turning, he saw something standing on the bank. Not an animal, not a human. A 7-foot mantis-like creature, watching him. I was waist deep in the water. The first thing I saw was its legs, like a grasshopper's, but bent forward more human-like. Then I saw the whole thing. It was looking at me over its shoulder, climbing the bank, Paul recalled. A triangular head. Enormous black eyes. A gangly humanoid form. This wasn't just an oversized insect. It was something thinking. When their eyes met, Paul felt the creature's surprise. He wasn't supposed to see it. Then, without a sound, it turned, walking away, before simply vanishing. Paul didn't believe it had stepped into another dimension. He thought it had been cloaked, briefly visible by accident for just those few seconds. For years, he kept quiet until he learned he wasn't alone. In 2011, Joe Pari was fishing with his brother when he heard humming. A tingling sensation rippled through his body. Then, he turned. Towering over him was another mantis-like entity. Dark brown, 7 feet tall. Its mandibles moved, working up and down, chewing. Joe froze in terror as their eyes locked. Then a chilling sensation. Something was in his mind. Not just reading his thoughts, but pulling memories. Digging deep, learning his fears, his hopes, everything. Then the fog rolled in. The mantis spread its arms, wings unfurled. Huge. Intimidating. A display of power. And then, it was gone. Joe collapsed, overwhelmed. Encounters continued. In 2014, a driver crossing a bridge over the Musconetcong spotted a dark figure in the river. He slowed. A massive, spindly-limbed being stood in the water, 8 feet tall. Before the driver could fully register what he was seeing, it shimmered, then disappeared. Most sightings were fleeting, a glimpse, a shadow. But Paul Jacks and Joe Pari had seen the Mantis Man up close. Both described identical creatures in the same place, without knowing of each other's experience. Their accounts matched exactly. First, the humming. Then the vibration. The forest falls silent. Then, something is near. You might not see it, but it sees you. And it can manipulate your perception. Paralyze your body. Once you're vulnerable, it enters your mind. Paranormal researcher Lon Strickler has documented dozens of Mantis Man encounters since 2006. Reports follow an eerie pattern. First, the humming. A deep vibration, more felt than heard. Then, a tingling sensation spreading through the body. Some witnesses describe their hair standing on end, static electricity crackling in the air. And then, something is inside their mind. I wasn't just looking at it, one witness recounted. It was looking into me, sifting through my memories, my fears, my past. I didn't hear words, but I understood what it wanted. Those who come within 20 yards of a mantis entity report the same experience. It extracts information directly from the human mind. Some describe it as having their thoughts flipped through like pages in a book. Not every encounter feels aggressive. Some describe an eerie calm, like there was understanding, communication. But when the creature disappears, that feeling vanishes. Fear takes over. Electronics frequently fail in these moments. Cameras shut down, phones die, watches spin backward.